ABC News exclusive, a story that made national headlines. Former Florida State football quarterback DeAndre Johnson now breaking his silence for the first time after he was caught on camera punching a woman at a Tallahassee bar last month. Johnson was charged with misdemeanor battery and kicked off the football team. And Michael, you had a chance not only to sit down with him, but his mother as well.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. DeAndre Johnson, he's pled not guilty, but he says he realizes now that he should have never acted the way he did in that bar. The disturbing video at a Tallahassee, Florida bar. First, a confrontation, then a 21-year-old woman punched in the face, left bruised. The man who threw the punch, DeAndre Johnson, a freshman at Florida State, thrown off the football team at one of the nation's top programs as a result of the video. Now in an ABC News exclusive, Johnson tells his story for the first time. Why didn't you just walk away? Because a lot of people are wondering, why wouldn't you just walk away from an incident like that?
Well, you're right. There's no explanation for that. I totally should have walked away. I'm sorry. If I could do it all over again, I would.
Now, were there any drinks involved? Did you have any drinks that night at the bar?
No. I'm not going to comment on that.
According to the arrest affidavit, the victim suffered bruising under her left eye, swelling to the left cheek and upper lip, and a small cut. Johnson was arrested and charged with misdemeanor battery. He is pleading not guilty. Your lawyer has said that you were not the instigator, that the young lady said some racial slurs towards you, and that was part of the equation. Did that happen?
It doesn't matter. What matters is that I shouldn't have raised my hand to her. I should have walked away.
Is he guilty of battery?
Well, that's gonna be for the courts to determine. There are people who make mistakes, but don't deserve to pay for the rest of their life with them.
And who do you think you let down the most?
My mother. She didn't raise me this way, you know. She didn't raise me this way. It kills me inside to know that I hurt her heart.
I cry. I just cry. I cry for 3 days. I still cry because I don't teach my kids to raise their hand, and for this just to happen, I'm sorry.
So when this happened, what did you say to DeAndre?
I wanted to jump through the phone and wring his neck.
Have you ever been violent towards women?
I've never been violent towards a woman.
Ever?
Ever.
Johnson says that he doesn't second-guess Florida State's decision to kick him off the team, but he is devastated. Now, do you believe you deserve a second chance?
Yes, sir, without a doubt. What you saw in the video is not who I am.
Johnson's attorney says that his client is forbidden by the court from reaching out to the woman he struck, but he does have a message.
I would like to say to her and her family that I am severely sorry. No words can describe this feeling.
Yeah. You know, DeAndre says he's now focused on continuing his education, and he's volunteering at a battered women's shelter, and the court date has been set for later this month. Now, we reached out to the 21-year-old victim, and she had no comment.
I know she was going to wait and hear what he had to say, and that's why, in part, he made that last statement toward her. And boy, I mean, Twitter blew up with this, and people were on both sides. They're saying, well, she was the aggressor, and but does that?
Michael asked the question, why not walk away?
Yeah.
Why not walk away? But I will say this. I expected him to say, well, she said this and this. He did not make any excuses. He said, I was wrong. And he owned up to his mistakes. Really did.